We'll have a brief overview. We'll have a quick recap of where we are and how far we have come through down this road. So we'll have a quick recap and set the context. And then we'll have a look at what Kanban is and why we need to use Kanban, and then when and where it would be really relevant and implemented in the context of software product development, as well as process engineering. So it's not just in product development, but also Kanban is very popular in process re-engineering and process improvement. Very, very handy. We'll talk about that as well. And then we'll have a look at some of the key principles of Kanban and the core values that Kanban has, in addition to all the Agile methodologies. So we'll have a quick look at that in terms of a deep dive into Kanban. We'll then have a look at the Kanban roles and responsibilities, how they're entirely different from Scrum, for instance, because we already knew Scrum. We had a foundation on that, so we will be able to compare and contrast with Scrum and the other methodologies. And then we'll have a look at the core practices of Kanban, because again, it's very, very different from what we have been learning in Scrum. All the practices are aimed at process improvement, and there is a concept of flow, which is fundamental to the spirit of Kanban. So just like how Sprint is the core of Scrum, so also we have got the aspect of flow, which is really it's the flow of work through the streams and through the different channels. So that lies at the very heart of Kanban. So we'll have a look at that. We'll have a deep dive into what flow is, how to actually visualize that, and what are the key artifacts and deliverables of Kanban in terms of the activities that get done. Because end of the day, Kanban is basically like not a full-fledged methodology, agile methodology like Scrum, but it actually is a set of tools, techniques, and approaches that would help you in implementing all the other agile methodologies. So we'll also have a look at, in fact, further down in the list, you've got the topic of how Kanban fits into the other agile methodologies, like how does it fit into Scrum, how does it get implemented in a SAFe, the Scaled Agile Framework, the DSDM, and then where does Kanban fit into the context of the other agile methodologies like BDD, TDD. So we'll have a look at that in a separate topic. And then we'll also have a look at some of the key techniques and tools that are used in Kanban in the context of the development. Again, some of the very popular ones are obviously the Kanban board, very widely used. If you do not know this, then I think there's no Agile. So it's very, very foundation, the cornerstone of Agile. Any Agile methodology is Kanban board, the flow. And then we also have a look at the cumulative flow diagram, the CFD, and we'll also have a look at a few others like Kaizen and things like that, which are very specific to Kanban. So that is pretty much what we're going to do today and tomorrow. So brace yourselves for a really good deep dive into Kanban. And at the end of it, if we can come out with a clear understanding of what Kanban is and how it can be used, that is really objective.